This is Gerald Jovaas. After having finalized the video about rhubarb, which had a quite okay design for the rabarber version, the Dutch word, but for the English, I really had a bit of strange feeling that the R and the H combined is already like, let's more or less go into that direction, have a description. It gave me a bit strange feeling that an idea that maybe not all the words are really that perfect match all the time, and they are just a description. They say, okay, we had a few associations, let's leave it by that and have it more or less description and just look for it. It could maybe happen sometimes that word rhubarber also meant, okay, it's a foreign thing, and yeah, okay, let's name it. It has some origins, but okay, it's not that perfect word that you really say, okay, here it is realized at a certain point and it's named at a certain point, that we say, okay, this is really it. And that was maybe one of these examples already. And when I thought about words where that also happened, probably it won't happen so much that the word is really completely off from even what it is, but even that can happen. And when I was pretty young, I had some difficulties in the bakery when they asked me to pick up some sandwiches or pistolets. I couldn't find a very good way to distinct them, because I thought that sandwich didn't match the form of what it is, and pistolet didn't match the form at all. So that means that what I learned when I was quite little, 6-7-year-old, and learned to sense the letters already and how they had a tendency to make a certain form, and that I had that sensitivity, that synesthesia quite quickly actually. I didn't realize that at that time, but that's the reason why these two words for me were, no, they don't match, and I had to almost calculate some trick in my mind to make it a match. So I had, as a kid, problems that were quite different from other kids then, because I don't think anyone would have had this problem at all. But this is not because of synesthesia. This is not because of some crazy mind. No, it's because I sensed how words, letters can really express the things so well. And with sandwich and pistolet, they didn't match. And I will explain that to you, why they don't match and how it comes that they don't match, and so on. For instance, with the word bread, it's so obvious that this is a perfect match. It has this B, which is that pressure that comes from in it, which makes connections in the material. That's how I also explain it. The E gives a reference that here is a process going on, that something is growing out of. So like with the R, there's that process is connected, it's connected in material. With the I, you focus on that material which is growing, and which at the D goes to that borders, which also shows that there are two, that is also kind of pressure point, but a pressure point in time. That means that, okay, the bread grew after a while. It's a perfect, really a perfect match for the letters that show also a tendency to describe a form with bread. That's perfect. But pistolet is not perfect. No, for me it really didn't make sense. You have this, when we went to the bakery, they called pistolets these round, hard-shelled, fluffy, empty, with almost nothing in it than air. This kind of little bread is called pistolet. Why? It's round. It's not pistolet. You almost hear it, pistolet. That should be this form, pistolet. So how does it come that this is called pistolet? Because it is no match at all. With the sounds, it doesn't match. Pistolet, if you really look up that word, it means two different things. You also have the pistol. The French, it's also French for pistol. And what kind of form does this have? It has the perfect form of pistolet. This P, and where there's something comes in, this shell that is L here, O T O E T, pistolet. It's perfect match. This S is a bit weird. That's the connecting the dots actually a little bit from within, but for the rest it's the perfect description with P, the E, then the T, the O, the E of this timed thing there, where you have to go to that moment where you really push the pressure, the form which is lying in it, and of course then at the end that last T that you don't even listen is almost like the second focusing, the pistol, perfectly described with pistolet. It's because there was a guy called with a certain name, maybe Mr. Pistolet, I don't know, and he invented the pistolet. And yeah, he couldn't call it sandwich because that the word sandwich was already taken, so it was called pistolet. He chose a name, or there was chosen a name which was already not a match. They wanted to call it something which was already taken, a word that was already taken, so they gave it a different name, but that name doesn't match. It doesn't match at all. It's one of the only words that I know that doesn't match at all. You really have to do a lot of effort to make something from it. What I do now is, okay, then I say, okay, I make that kind of calculation in my mind. I say, okay, let's do something that the pressure is in it, the P from the pressure. Let's make that as the remembrance that this is the pistolet, but that's about it, because for the rest it is no match at all. Pistolet in France, they have small breaths which are longer, which is a little bit like the pistol, and that's already better a match. But what do they do here in the Dutch part? They call it a little bread. Okay, sandwich, the same thing. Then this is therefore for me that was more a match with the pistolet. But was it already longer? No, that's the pistolet. The only way what I could then remember it for the rest of my life is, yeah, it has this softness at the end, this ish, so this softish structure. So that's the way I could remember, because when I had to switch between sandwich and pistolet, this was closest to the two words. But now, okay, I have something, so I take pistolet from to pistolet, and sandwich to the softness in it, and now I can remember. Yes, I had different problems as other kids, simply because I knew other things that other kids didn't know or didn't realize. Now, when I'm so much older, I can exploit it. I can learn these things. It's more than synesthesia. It is really not also more than a sensibility. There's a method behind it. It's a method that I have also developed further, and that you can derive already from that little scheme that you've seen in all the last videos all the time. I hope to give a better review from the practice that I had in the videos, that you can derive it even better from a little scheme and not much more than that, and that you can also try to come to these things yourself also after a while. Why is it needed? Because we also sense what's behind it. We sense what is expressed there. We sense how we have to behave to something. And sometimes these things are not a match. And they for me, okay, they confuse even quicker than other people. But you can't have too many words which are completely off how they are described. Otherwise, we have no feeling and no sense to the things left at all. If they match and they keep on matching, it's like you're into a more complex world of where everything hangs together better. It's like if all the colors match, if all the things match in your environment, if the nature matches, if the sounds that you hear match, you can go deeper and have a better sensitivity with everything. And that's actually one of the bases why it is also important to realize also this aspect of language. Thanks very much. Bye.